We're only getting started. Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headlines tonight.
Starting! To every single one of you's a bit Jesus.
What a wild ride this has been. Well, that's a very blunt question.
France is lying to you.
Friends and neighbours, and have confidence that the team will keep you safe.
But now you start to see, yes, the people never happy. It's never enough. I cannot believe you, Ellen.
Are you saying that advanced cured death?
Jog off!
Bring this mic up a little bit.
We're still vassals, slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
Over.
Oh, Megan.
Should hear myself and everything
We're
okay?
only getting started. Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headlines tonight.
Starting!
Alright.
To every single one of you's a
How's
bit
everyone
Jesus.
doing?
What a wild ride this has been. Well, that's a very blunt question.
France is lying to you.
Friends and neighbours, and have confidence that
Wait
the
just a
team
moment
will
over
keep
here.
you safe.
But now you start to see, yes, the people never happy. It's never enough. I cannot believe you, Ellen.
Are you saying that advanced have cured death?
Jog on!
We're still vassals, slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
Oh, Megan.
Wait so for some people in here so we can start so they don't miss the start of the game.
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headlines tonight.
Starting!
Sounds on.
To every single one of you's a bit
I don't know where to
Jesus.
put my camera yet, so once we get started I'll figure it out.
Wild ride this has been.
It might not be a best spot for it, just might be where it looks best at.
Very
Or
blunt question.
works best at.
France is lying to you.
Friends and neighbours, and have confidence that the team will keep you safe.
But now you start to see, yes, the people never happy. It's never enough. I cannot believe you, Ellen.
Are you saying that advanced have cured death?
Jog on!
We're still vassals, slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
Oh, Megan. We're only getting started. Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headlines tonight.
Starting! To every single one of you's a bit Jesus.
What a wild ride this has been. Well,
One
that's
second.
a very
Sure.
blunt question.
France is lying to you.
Friends and neighbours, and have confidence that the team will keep you safe.
Open on both sides.
But now you start to see, yes, the people never happy. It's never enough.
Okay. We're gonna start it
I
then.
cannot believe you, Ellen.
We're just going to start.
Are you saying that advanced
on. Live and spooky, bits of real life.
We're still vassals, slaves.
Alright, we're gonna do the campaign. Yeah, we're gonna have to see where the best spot is.
We're only getting started.
Recommended. Let's see. Recommended a balanced experience, non-broadcast mechanics, and viewer ratings provide useful challenge. Less challenging non-broadcast mechanics are less damaging or demanding. Viewers do not. Dang, what's up? Viewers do not switch off so easily. Experience storming with the stress of non-broadcast mechanics are off. Viewers are very forgiving. Nah. We'll try out as a broadcaster.
Advance is light.
Going in. How's it going, man? Thanks for stopping by.
That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
How's everyone doing tonight? Day 1, the election. Okay. So we might need to move the camera. Hold on. We might need to move the camera. Let's try up here, see if it works for right now.
Hi, David, I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through.
All right, mate. Dave here. Listen, I know you've only come in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so you're going to have to run the news tonight. Now, don't worry, it's not hard, and I'm going to stay on the phone and help you. First, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens. Right, look up at the top. That coloured bar is your audience. You want to keep the viewers going up and down. Underneath that, you've got the screens. The one on the right is the broadcast screen. That's what the viewers are seeing at home. It's only a couple of seconds behind the master screen there in the middle. That's the one you control. Now, the 4 small screens on the left show the different signals coming from the studio, and you can choose between them using the numbered buttons on the vision mixer at the bottom left.
Square,
don't
triangle.
worry, I'll talk you through it and you'll pick it up in no time. Now, have a look to your left. These plugs control everything in the studio. I've left them set up for you, so provided you haven't fiddled with them, all you have to do now is throw the master trip switch and we're in business. Once you've got the power on, face the front again. You can see on the broadcast screen that we're in the end titles for the show before us. Fortunately, they go on for fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to explain. Oh, right, okay, they're over, so we haven't got long now till the broadcast. Right, quickly, mate, look down under the desk. You can see a load of videotapes on the left. They're your adverts. Pick any 3 and load them into the machines on the right. When you've done that, look up to the front again. You should be getting a signal from the studio soon. When you get the signal, select screen 1 with the vision mixer and we're ready to go.
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You don't see if you make me go out with costumes.
Yeah, I thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. That's how I show love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you persist. Going into 5, 4.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Okay. Okay, we're all good. Next is going to be to throw the news titles on screen 2. There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as well. Just relax, mate. It's all gravy.
Honest Andy's totally independent and corners the flowered market. Top chat. Sports fans
It's gonna be very
celebrate
interesting.
as positive footballer Johnny Hamsleeves wins Sports Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Megan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to Advance headquarters to hear what the leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their historic.
Right. Button 2 in 3, 2, 1, now. Lovely, mate. Next thing is to throw back to Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
So you can mess up and you can send it to them while they're live on the other one.
Here it comes. Switch to screen 1. Now. Lovely, mate.
But first, the votes are in and it's a decisive win for Advance.
We often get a bit of interference around this time, mate. Keep your eye on the machine at the bottom right and use the right stick on your wireless control.
It's like he gets quieter, so it's hard to hear.
Up and down, keeping the green bit in the right bit.
But critics have accused him of a severe lack of actual policies and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear publicly. However, former Home Secretary...
Right, it's going well. All you've got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early or we'll all get fired. Now, the clock at the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. I normally play the first one at the first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll count you into it as well, but keep your eye on the clock.
Hear the co-leader's acceptance.
And 3, 2, 1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody. Jeremy, I need you to fill after the ads.
What? Why?
Wanker Snatch is running late. Ask him about the election.
Personally, I wouldn't try to confuse him with any big words.
That's the same policy we use with you. I thought that was our little secret. It's all right, he doesn't remember anything I tell him.
It's gonna be very, so it's gonna be tricky to get used to once he's not helping.
Wicked. We made it to the first ad break. You're doing great, mate. But this is where it starts getting a bit trickier. This next sequence is what we call a multicam sequence, because you're going to be cutting between multiple cameras to keep things interesting. A lot of it's down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb. 1. Try and keep the shot on whoever is doing the talking. 2. Don't stay on the same shot for too long, 10 seconds at the most. So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide shot for a bit, just to keep it interesting. 3. Don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough. Then the audience want to see who's doing the talking, yeah? Stick to these rules and you'll be fine. It's not as complicated as it sounds. You've seen programs on television, haven't you? Make it look like those. Might as well get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
Quiet in the studio.
Thank you so much.
10 seconds, everybody.
This exclusive offer is available for a limited time.
Counting in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first,
get ready to go to Megan on screen 4.
Is here the star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolfe, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare
to go to Blunderclatch on screen 3 when she says his name.
By none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear. I do hope you believe me when I tell you that being with you here today is among...
Switch to 2 for the wide now.
May I say having you here with us is among ours.
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
Latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The Medicated? Yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the Rat, that's Peter Jensen, the director. Do you know him? He's a wonderful chap, he really is.
Give us a look at Megan's reaction.
Several movies.
Lovely, now back to Thunder Twat.
I said to Peter,
Thunder
what a wild ride this has been. And you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And Am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that was the true story of one soldier's fight for a love.
Jumping back and forth is gonna be weird.
A love, of course, for freedom. I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but obviously, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
Oh, that is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer. Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed. And often, that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Bleeding, giving, suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the people that I inspire, the little people. But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring.
Been on that show a bit long.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. But I think I've always been quite clear that when it comes to politics, one should always strive to not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Oh, well, don't worry, he won't do it again. Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
Which opens next week.
Right, they've swapped the shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look.
To the white bit by gently pushing the right stick to the right. Get the speed right.
Know that.
Now we're going to squash the frequency back by dragging left.
No, Lance, we mustn't. Think of Carol.
That's Dr. Lance to you, Miss Flanagan.
Jesus.
It'll do for now. Next, we're going to change the amplitude. Same as last time. Upwards, mate, upwards.
This is gonna be very interesting and very tough to get used to.
Right, now
There's a lot
let's
goes
match
into
it back by going downwards.
The virus.
Oop, wrong way.
The sterility. This formula, this is the key.
Yes. Not bad, you'll get it with practice.
We have to ask ourselves.
At the end of the clip, you'll want to play another ad. Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in.
Okay. 5 seconds. Okay. Okay, that's a little bit easier.
Mate, if you don't turn up the broadcast volume, you won't be able to time your bleeps. Good. You're set to start censoring. Like I say, it takes a little practice, but I'll try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro. Remember, button lights up, count 1, 2, and hold it down. Remember to select screen 1 now that you've got the feed. Don't wait for the broadcast to go live. That's okay. You can use the buttons on your wireless controller and select the screens you want.
Seriously,
This is gonna be a slow game, I can already tell.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advanced Headquarters, where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Cut to the outside broadcast. Oh shit, he's pissed. Get ready to bleep.
Thank you all for coming, and, well, thank you all for coming, and, well, what a day.
They said we couldn't do it. They said we couldn't do it.
Remember the 10-second rule.
Every dirty, low-down, lying southern for you.
Nice.
For you. All right, people. You saw right.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebrations. Coarser than the grown is funny. Coarser than the grown is...
But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating? You've heard us say that advance are not a political party. When things are going well. That is what you have when things are going well. You don't need a party. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party. A team that can change things. A team that can change things. But today is day one of a new future. Fairer future. A better. So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for them, the party's over. They shouldn't. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be putting their shitting pants on and up in their dusty checkbook. Pants on and up in their dusty checkbook.
Again, not inaccurate, but not
inaccurate. It's going to be rocky for a minute.
Before we came out here to address the nation, we used our Executive Powers Act to pass the Assets and Wealth Office. We have produced a definitive list of every person in the country with wealth into the millions. Wealth into the millions.
Probably you know this sort of because the likes of you and me, and the likes of you and me are not welcome in their
Tomorrow we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the
How's everyone doing tonight? Can't really think my eyes on the screen just yet. How's everyone doing tonight? Yeah.
I've got nowhere to snobs. I've got nowhere today. We revoked your passport. You want to leave like you threatened before the election. That's fine. You're going to pay first. You're going to pay up.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals to properly fund health and education, to raise the living standards of us all.
You'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours. That's absolute. So to you posh twat.
So to you who pay your pittance to serve them drinks in their private clubs, to serve them drinks in their private clubs.
Missed the first one apparently.
Children you raise.
So they've got time to get even.
Advance have this to say to you. We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards. We will put the wealth of this country back. In the hands of the people who created it. In the hands of the people who created it.
It's been very tough to read.
It ends today. It ends and tomorrow today. We'll start making it fair again. We'll start making it fair again. Promised we would. Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
Well, interesting acceptance speech there from the leaders of Advance. And our apologies for the fruity language. Hopefully we got that bleeped out for you in time. If not, someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself for new government, that's all from us this evening at the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under advance. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out. Good job.
Right, looks like you've got it now. Thanks for all the help, mate.
That was horrifying. I'm sorry if it's not as entertaining as you guys ever thought it was going to be.
Crazy deal! We don't care if you've been naughty or nice. We got green sofas, red sofas, brown cushions, pink cushions. You've got a grey sofa. We've got a great sofa. In a grey, a brown, a pink, a yellow, a purple. Neil's deals are unreal. You've got people coming over.
Oh, fucking hell.
When the programme's finished, you'll get a broadcast report. It's 3 pages. This first page shows you how well the broadcast went. Each sequence and an overall grade. Remember, grades mean bonuses, and they keep the boss happy. If you want to know more about how it went, select more info. If not, select continue to move to the next page. Right, this is an optional section for when you really want to understand what happened during the show. You've got a graph there showing you what the audience did. They're a fickle fucking bunch. And of course you can really drill into the details if you want to get better at making TV. I never came here, never once. Right, this is the important page. It tells you how much you're going to get paid and how much wealth you have overall. That bollocks at the bottom shows you the financial state of our main advertisers. But you don't own any fucking shares, you're a cleaner for God's sake, so why would you care? This is the last page and it tells you the state of the world, tells you how well the government's doing, and down the bottom there, this one's important, tells you what Channel 1 currently thinks of you. In other words, what the boss thinks.
Okay.
Alright mate, welcome to the archive. This is where you can have a quick look back at what you've done and how it looked to the public. There's 3 sections, broadcast, rushes and adverts. Let's start with broadcast. Pop in there now. Over on the left, that's all the broadcasts that you've done. Choose any one of them and select load tape. Once it's finished loading, you can use the rewind and the fast forward at the bottom there to help you get to the bit you want to see.
Well, in a few moments, we'll be going live to tonight's National Nightly News. But before that, let's take a look at what's coming up later on tonight on Channel 1. At 7 o'clock, it's the semi-final of the quotation game, and it's a nail-biting quiz tonight as a team of nuclear physicists take on 4 old ladies from East Grinching. That's followed at 8 p.m. by award-winning documentary series The Shape of Now, which tonight looks at the history of the knee-length sock and its importance during the Great...
You're not gonna watch the whole thing. I'm not gonna sit there through all that. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. We'll see. I mean, if it doesn't, we don't think it does well for the first stream, we might just go straight out of Holmes. Yeah, it's interesting.
Right, this is the rushes route. It's pretty simple. The 4 screens you can see, they're going to show you the 4 signals you got from the studio during the actual broadcast. Difference is you can mute any combination of them, so you can have a listen to the stuff you weren't allowed to show. Select the broadcast and give it a go. And when you're done listening to the backstage sequence,
You don't see if he makes me cry.
Yeah, okay. Trust a news anchor for now. Ooh, for now. You're, of course, it's up there. Okay, so yeah, it's just gonna have to sit in a weird spot. Let's try down here. You arrive home from post to find posts on the mat being nothing more than usual junk mail. One letter, however, catches your eye. The team wants to know you. first page is filled already. Your name, Alex Winston. Your spouse, Sam Winston. Your children, Charles Winston, 14, and Susie Winston, 19. So you muse that at least they got the basics right. Question 1. Upon starting a new job, you would be friendly and introduce yourself to new coworkers, be productive and get to work immediately. Use yourself to ordinate use yourself in and ordinate yourself with your new workplace. A colleague in a different department has confided in you that they have been taught taking home confidential information. Now, a file of minor importance has gone missing. You would report. The entire department was fired today for consistent underperformance. Your boss has put in place new targets that are significantly higher than your previous one. You would leave work early to head to the pub, chat about the changes. Leave work early and head home to see your family. Stay late to ensure you hit the deadline. You are looking forward to enjoying a nice day out with the friends or washing your hair that day. Oh, sorry. It's the annual company barbecue and you and your family have been invited. Go if you're free but wouldn't mind missing it. Yeah. You had a long, successful career and are now about to retire. And you teach you. List your achievements, all good memories you have working there. Give an honest review of the pros and cons of the company. Focus on issues and challenges you face while working there. Refuse to attend. In spare time, you like to relax alone during the things like listening to music and making models, attend political rallies. No. Encourage support your children with their hobbies. Play in your local football team. An ideal holiday getaway would be surrounded by natural beauty, getting away from the strain of the daily grind. That's big. That's you, baby. Someone somewhere unfamiliar and discovering new experiences and challenges. A structured day out to the theme park bursts into thrills, attractions for with you and your family. It was important that the government keeps people equal. Yeah, this may be something else. What the hell is this stuff? We might not play this again. It's not that it's bad, it's just I didn't really necessarily enjoy that first part. It takes me a lot of focus off of that. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. Sam and kids have gone to bed. You're just drying up a favorite cup of coffee. Worn out souvenir of your first trip together. The first print faded, but the goofy face still. The print's faded, but the goofy face still makes you smile. A knock at the window brings you back to reality. There's a garden clutching gaudy neon green suitcase. There in the garden clutching it is Chris, Sam's sibling. As soon as you let them in, they sit at the kitchen table visibly stressed. Chris takes a deep breath. I'm so sorry for bursting in so late, Alex. Chris stammers. But I need a favor, and you're the only one I can ask. Oh, Mom, what's going on? Are you okay? Should I get Sam? Yeah. No need to worry, Sam. It's you. I came to see you. I just need 2 minutes. You're hearing about the Assets and Wealth Act. It's literally work in news, Chris. I literally work in news, Chris. Chris bangs the tail. It's all bullshit. They're taking whatever they want and distributing it as they see fit. No government should have that kind of power. I can't believe they're actually getting away with it. Madness. Which is why I need your help. What exactly do you need? Why do I get the feeling I'm not going to like this? Chris' eyes seem to be resting comfortably on the floor of his house. Look, I know it's a lot to ask, but I need to borrow your passport. My passport? What for? They've taken mine in half of bloody countries, but people always say you and I look so similar. Chris is pacing now. I need to leave before it's too late. Once I'm out, me and my money will be safe, but I need to go now before they freeze my accounts. Please, Alex. I wouldn't have asked if I had any other choice. Okay, it's upstairs. In the safe. Let me go get it. You can take it. You climb the stairs to your bedroom, careful not to wake Sam, who's cocooned in the deviate as usual. You open the wardrobe, unlock the safe, and retrieve the passport. A sleepy voice breaks the silence. Alex, what's going on? Nothing, sweetheart. I would tell you what was going on. Sam sits, bolts up. All thoughts of sleep gone. What? They're leaving the country? Are things really that bad? Apparently, but they'll be fine if they can leave. Chris can take my passport and get out. According to Chris, but I'm not so sure. I don't know if I really want to give him a passport. No, I'm gonna help him out. The worry line in his forehead seems to relax. Thank you. We have to look out for family, and if I know my little Chrissy, it's probably all one big overreaction. Exactly. Let me just take it downstairs and then I'll be up to bed. I'm so sorry. I know it's how important your family is too, but I don't think this is a good idea and I can't risk it. Nope, I'm gonna help. You close the safe and head back downstairs to find Chris at the table, fidgeting. They jump up as soon as you re-enter the kitchen. So, have you got it? Yes. Here. Good luck with everything. I'm sorry, Chris. It's against the law. You'll just have to accept it. Nope. Yes. Here. Good luck with everything. Family loyalties. For the first time, Chris smiles. It's infectious. Thanks. I really appreciate this. I'll get back in touch once I'm safely out of the country. Chris takes the passport and, breathing a sigh of relief, grabs the neon fluorescent suitcase and heads out into the night. What exactly did he do? I don't know. I need to move that again. Jesus. Sorry, it keeps going out because I have to move my thing. And I pressed the wrong button. Sorry, because I didn't realize I wouldn't be able to see chat down there. Fuck, okay. I'm gonna put it... down here might be okay. Okay. Yeah, what do you think? He didn't do anything. He's saying something's wrong with the government right now. Something's going on with the government. They took his passport. I'm gonna help him out. See what happens. You head to bed, hoping you can pry some of the deviate away from Sam without waking him. Duvet. Use the clock to time your ads breaks perfectly. It's just so much going on. I gotta learn to focus. The clock and the screen is a lot going on right now. But notice, you're kind of being controlled with the broadcast. Ooh, what the heck? Really did.
That's better. Let's get set up and get on with it, eh? So I can get back to my guests. First of all, let's get the power on. You need to get at least the bottom 4 plugs on. Let's load up the adverts.
Why? There it goes.
You know, load the tapes under the desk. Look down.
I know.
Have a bit of a think about it. Your decisions have.
Should we play? Is this toy safe? I won't play that. I have kids to think about.
You can see they finally got the old headline system up and working again. The Navision mixer's already in headline mode because headlines always come at the start. It's really simple, mate. These two buttons at the bottom of the Vision Mixer, you can see they now have A and B on them. And they're to help you pick image A on the left bottom screen here, or image B on the right bottom screen here. It's really simple. This little clock here will count down the number of seconds you have to make your decision. Provided you make a decision in that time, you're fine. And you can change your mind as much as you want until the clock reaches 0. But if you don't make any decision,
it must be under.
before you even get to make another choice.
It must be under the
I just want to say one
subtitles.
more thing, mate. The pictures you choose to show of these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them, and that's going to affect their lives. So, like with the adverts, choose carefully. And we're off. Good luck, mate. If I get time, I'll call you back in the next break. Yeah, I'm coming, darling.
Janet says theirs gets really hot.
Is this Janet who thinks dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon.
10 seconds, everybody.
Not the best source of consumer advice, then.
Don't blame me when it explodes. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Dawson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown.
I missed the fucking ad.
At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future might hold with a leading economist and radical free thinker. With the Assets and Wealth Act on the brink of raising living standards for the vast majority of the country, I'll be asking my guess if we're on the way to a new future. Out with the old, Remington's Fist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this influential young firebrand who, at the tender age of 22,
I'm gonna fuck up on one of these on purpose just to see what happens.
CEO in history. Sophia Remington has always impressed. She was top of her class at university and graduated with the highest honours, immediately being asked back to lecture. The markets have responded favourably to Sophia's appointment, with stocks rising 30
just to
points
see what
in light
happens.
of the announcement. In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snugglehearts. Sophia promises it'll be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product's safety. Making a splash. Intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong and marine biologist Ingrid Swarsborg and Horgensford have today set off to explore Dante's taint. The recently discovered cave system was previously thought unreachable, but thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater flower technology, the pair hope to successfully reach the imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species it contains. This is, of course, only the latest in a series of successful expeditions for this unlikely pairing. In a joint statement about the dangers their team might face, the pair stated, "We will face the plentiful challenges together, like we always have." Playing the field, rumours abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is snapped leaving Bush, one of the capital's hottest clubs. The footballer was caught while out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very programme. And judging from the angle and velocity of that spray, it looks like Johnny may have been celebrating a little bit too much. I certainly wouldn't want to be his dry cleaner. And grievous bodily charm. With Advance promising a radical new position on crime, how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective. With more and more powers passing to the police, and less oversight, are we using an Advance-shaped sledgehammer to crack a nut? All that, and Megan Wolf, a group of young actors already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
How's it going, guys? Welcome into the stream. Ah!
Three, two.
Too early.
In the wake of the government's swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office and what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation promised, but what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think that Advance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan?
It's all in my book. Alan James is right, Jeremy. We're to become the great herd. Ignorant, sterile, and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's all in my book. Alan James is...
Shamelessly self-promoting? Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance are the most disruptive threat that the world powers have faced since the last Great War.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't...
And this will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking...
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, we'll be laughing then.
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
Democracy is dead.
Yes, Advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is that the Wealth and Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier, and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people. Maybe they've rebranded, but it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychic paedophiles.
But based on the facts, Katie, what are your predictions?
The Assets and Wealth Act is only the first step. Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding our public services, they're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research and the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book, Frankenscience and opiates. Like opiates, see?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Alan?
This is the issue. It's all coming from the water, the chemicals. They're pumping it full of belief juice.
Don't get me wrong. I want to see these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after spending half of our GDP on dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat here talking
Okay,
about their
kindness
puppet
is
show.
love.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan, what does the future look like to you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
No, of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating law and order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
1 minute back.
You know, I think they might do some good.
I hope so too, Jeremy.
How much are you being paid by them, then?
Shut the fuck up, Alan. I've never heard so much shit in my life.
Well, we'll see who's full of shit, won't we?
Alan, I can explain it to you, but unfortunately, I can't understand it for you.
Well, I don't know what she meant by that.
Yeah, I missed one censor, but they were off live. They're dead. I have the ad going right now.
Set up a word, and that's all I can do.
10 seconds, everybody.
If that sticks, I'll just...
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country. Advance have already tasked what they are calling a solutions team to move this serious social problem to the top of the list. Tonight, we go behind the headlines to meet the people who live with the criminal justice system every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory John, a lawyer who sees the problems close up in the front. What are you doing, Gregory?
Working on it.
Yes,
I have no idea. Too much interference. King, how's it going, man? Hope you guys are doing good at Fortnite. Oh, hopefully it doesn't make me start off from the beginning. That was like a lot. It is. Okay, it's not. It was the thing, and I just couldn't fucking line it up fast enough.
I'm just saying I'll do what I can, that's all.
Oh shit, you will. She's good. You know she is.
I've said a bit of wording, that's all I can do.
10 seconds, everybody. Little Jakey's going to the big bird.
That's still
I thought it was the censor at first.
4, 3.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country. Advance have already tasked what they are calling a solutions team to move this serious social problem to the top of the list. Tonight, we go behind the headlines to meet the people who live with the criminal justice system every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory Judge, a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
What's it like on the front line of the hard face of the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country. We're working every hour we can just to try and cope with the caseloads on our desks.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can barely keep up with demand, Jeremy. There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic level to relieve the problem. We need more support from ministers. We need change at a structural level.
It never is it? I'll be at my mother's.
Just hang on. No, the problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide.
Fuck it, I fucked up that one pretty bad.
I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No. Well, the affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Judge.
We need legislation to relieve the pressure on our public
Sorry to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving him?
Yes, I totally understand. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. Next, I'm joined by Police Chief Constable
That was
Bob
horrible.
Peel,
I did horrible
a man
there.
with a very different perspective on our nation's crime. Do you think there's a problem with the system? When are you...
I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I am sure we all long for a return to the days
Oh,
when
bitch.
you could safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife or cosh.
So you feel the streets simply aren't safe anymore? Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral decay. We've diluted our culture and lost touch with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country. Also, as the vicar noted in Sunday's sermon, we probably shouldn't have banned hanging.
And to what do you attribute this moral...
Yeah, I just got played by ear, but then listen to this.
Gypsies mainly. It's all in the Bible. Look, Leviticus clearly states that... Oh, Jeremy, bloody what the... As I was saying, Jesus didn't like immigrants much, did he?
And just to be clear, you think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral decay?
Absolutely, Jeremy. Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
Oh, sorry, darling. I was staying the Badgers.
Yes, I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh
Clive,
my god.
Oh, Clive, you know it's Wednesday. You go back in your gimp space.
And
you go back
Back in your gimp space.
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white people of
Darling,
this...
where's the padlock?
Oh, hold on just a moment.
I knew it. I knew it.
Naughty, naughty, naughty.
I'm leaving that on TV. I don't give a shit.
I am not having this again.
Mummy's. Naughty, you beast cut.
As I was saying, Jeremy, moral decay. Crime is the responsibility of the criminal, no one else. Look, everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as barbarians, do we? Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A-, does she go on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of her pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Peel there, really locking down the police's position on morality for us. And finally tonight...
Good boy.
Look, I spoke to Mallory...
Tony Dawson, has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault, burglary, and menacing a SWAT. He's agreed to talk to us today, which is also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank Tony. Everybody else does.
No, I'm not going to be doing that. Can you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony?
Titwank Tony. Hey! Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but it's a constant battle against institutionalisation, as you can imagine. And obviously, titwanks are quite hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony. I'm picking up that
Titwank
you're not
Tony.
alone.
Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party.
I missed that one.
Good bunch of lads.
I thought I held long enough
We're
for
trying to
preparing
get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Titwank Tony. I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez. I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez. Sopen! I think asking that is an oversimplification.
It sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on. Since leaving custody, have you been able to find a new job?
Yeah, all the boys are here. Big Chris, Little Chris, Big Chris, and Vampire Chris. Little Chris, and Vampire
This one, yeah?
Yep. One sec, love. Titwank Tony's on the news. One sec, love. Rehabilitation's difficult.
I swear I had it.
Just not set up for it, you know? It's inherently unjust.
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this guy?
You are joking. Chrissy's free bollock. You've only got Mr. Fancy, oh.
Too long.
Not now, fellas. I'm on the news.
What?
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time. It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here. Jesus.
Yes, we seem to be losing a signal, Tony.
How is it beeping when I don't do it? I don't get it. I don't get that at all.
Tony, I mean, we're listening for 2 seconds. How does this happen, Tony? Can you hear me? Well, we seem to have lost our train of thought there a little. Hopefully you, the viewer at home, have managed to get a broad understanding of the serious and complex issues around law and order. After the break, Megan will be live with some plucky young thespians. Don't go away. We'll be back after these messages.
I'm so annoyed with that one. That one went so stupid.
Oh, mate, I ain't got long and I'm quite drunk. It's been a great night. In this next section, there's a bit of music. If you edit in time with the music, you can see the result on the vision mixer, and the public will love that. Don't worry if you don't know, you won't get punished for it or nothing. Just try and stay in the groove. Also, one last tip, when the music starts, turn down the broadcast volume. Right, enjoy the music bit. God, I love music. God, I'm so pissed. I think I might go and throw up in a bit.
I'm sure he's on his way. Come on, welcome back. This is on you.
10 seconds, everybody. We're gonna open on Megan. Camera 2. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome's Black. I'm Megan Wolfe, and on tonight's Culture Spot, I'll be chatting with one of the first beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act, a team of inspiring young people from Scritchford Sixth Form College who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my oldest. I'm the older, more popular one.
I'm joking.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
So, Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey, let's actually do something.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget cuts.
I just wanted to see what would happen.
I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Oh, right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's me, Jeff Algebra, maths teacher.
Maths is really important.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history, Aristotle. I just think that when we travel around all these problem schools and the poor kids see us, they say, hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful and powerful thing. We touch our audiences, and they touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like Algebra, there was really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just want to bring a bit of song and joy into people's lives.
And teach people about the difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter.
Interesting. This one's been difficult. It's gonna be a difficult game to get used to for sure.
That's right. Put into context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah, because in a way she's like all of us.
It's like a metaphor. Maybe she's you at home, or like, maybe she's you, Megan.
Maths is really important. Yeah, thanks, Steve. Put it in, Coach. Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it. That's it, that way. So, Jeff, when did you first hear about the grant?
2 days ago. A letter from Advance arrived at the school. Now, the headmaster thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
How? How did you react?
I also threw it in the bin. But then, Harriet and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny, because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic, mainly. But we did used to watch that Peter Clements DIY show back in the day, and so we thought, why not? Let's have a go with this whole democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we bally well are.
Good stuff.
Fucking brilliant!
So, let's have a look at a short section of Hey, Friendship.
Dear Diary, I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears. Tears. Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone. Alone. Dreading what might be around every corner. What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner?
I didn't know where I was supposed to go with that.
Oh heavens no! It's Gary the Fist! Gary the Fist!
Going somewhere, little first year?
Great. I've been looking for some poor victim to bully all morning, but will this make me feel better about my violent father?
Violent father. Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. And so important.
Maths is for losers.
What?
Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck, Coach.
Keep going, for fuck's sake!
Right. Maths is for losers. Now, give me your lunch money. Now.
Double lunch for me today, but why am I only truly happy when I'm eating?
Not today, Gary the Fist. Not today.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? What do you mean not today? My arm's free, Coach.
Brilliant, keep going.
Right. Who are you to stand up to me? I, Gary the Fist. And you're just a sad little girl with two gay dads who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist. These are my two new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team. Yeah! And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah.
But I can't fight all three of you. And I don't have any friends of my own.
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face. I could be you. She could be you. And you could be me.
Or you could be me.
Life can be peachy keen if you work as a team.
It's my choice to be mean. So stop now, make a different choice.
This is so weird. I promise. Like, what the fuck? This doesn't tell.
Listen up,
Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist. That's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist. I grew up on a council estate. The park was hit.
What the fuck is this?
My dad used to come home drunk and late, and he'd hit my mum for dinner. He had to wait. Where's my dinner?
It's not ready.
Where's my dinner, woman? Don't make me ask you again.
Hitting women is wrong.
Yeah,
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate.
it definitely does.
Life's pretty hard on a council estate. 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 It's so damn hard on a council estate. Life can be cheeky. Yeah.
Yep, I think that's the point.
Just work as a team. It's your choice to be me. It's my choice.
So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Friendship!
Yes!
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News. Join us tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Dalton. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
Oh, that was brilliant.
What the little fuck was that?
What the little fuck was that?
I believe I've got a 14-inch cock, but it'll make it so.
Oh my god.
Relief about adequate paycheck.
Oh, someone please get these twats out of my
Oh
studio.
my god, what the fuck? Cool. What the fuck? Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad. Sequence, I got an A+. At the bottom, third sequence. That was interesting for sure. Please get these twats out of my studio. I'm not gonna worry about how it looked. I'm not gonna worry about it. That was fucking funny at the end. Oh shit. A late night. Oh, we hear back from our brother-in-law. You get to the theater slightly early and Sam's already there waiting dressed to the nines. You smile wildly as you join hands, take your seats in the private box. You certainly could get used to this. The tickets arrived on your doormat on Monday with typed thank you from Chris. You get your passport back soon enough apparently. The show isn't your usual taste, a pretentious opera in the language you know for a fact that Chris didn't speak. Still, the complimentary drinks could go down smooth. When the show finally ends, how many bows do these people need? You stand in line to get your coats and Sam has you in creases with hilarious impressions of the conductor, arms flailing wildly. The couple in the front of you are talking about the relocation of people who couldn't pay their new tax bills. It sounds awful. Sam smiles gratefully as you both think of Chris safe and sound. When you get home, you're still laughing as Sam heads upstairs to shower before bed. You notice your 14-year-old son isn't home, and there's a note in the kitchen table in his almost illegible scrawl. It says he's at his friend's house. It's a school night, so you go there and march him home. You trust Charlie to be home. I trust him to be home. 14? Red's what I said. I trust him to be home. I'm not going to embarrass him. It's one night. He's got to start taking responsibility for his own decisions sometimes. What's the worst that could happen? A lot. Does our son die? Oh, he missed school. Your family answering machine crackles into life. Who could be calling you and your spouse at work? This is a message from saying it's Miss Smith calling regarding your son Charles. The tiny old woman goes. I'm sure this was perfectly reasonable explanation for it, but he was on a school day. Yeah, it is. And he wasn't heard from you. I'd like to remind you you require all absences to be authorized in advance or in exceptional circumstances for parents to ring in first. Please see that it doesn't happen again. Thank you. Goodbye. Someone has somebody needed to do. Damn. A gentle reminder. You're leafing through a pile of acclimated posts. Each new bill pulls on your gut like lead weight until the flash of blue makes you pause. Recognize the teal advance logo on the envelope. You tear it open. Dear Winston residents, this is your second reminder regarding the asset and wealth redemption scheme. Please submit the passports to your nearest government office as soon as possible in order to register the scheme. You cannot retrieve your shared national rebate without submitting these documents. You knew there would be consequences, but that doesn't make it any easier. We work as a team and we are rewarded forever together. Julia, Salisbury, and Peter Clement. Chris is safe. That's all that matters, you hope. A tight Christmas. You can't help but crack a smile as you look around the table. The snow has settled on the grass outside. The kids are pulling a cracker while your elderly mother tries to keep her eyes open. You did always have a soft spot for Christmas. You're sitting at the head of the table now, your dad's place. Across from you is Chris' empty seat. Probably on a tropical beach somewhere, you think. You catch Sam's eye, who breaks into a smile, clearly thinking of the same thing. Even without Chris, the food had to be stretched a little thinner this year, but no one seems to notice. Chris really can be a wonderful time of year. You look around the room at your family. Are you having a nice Christmas, Grandma? You're still silent. You make a toast. Toast. Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm glad we're all here. Well, most of us. There are murmurs of cheers and much clinking of glasses. Your daughter Susie seizes the opportunity to corner you. You know how you love me? You raise questioning eyebrow. I'm not going to like this, am I? You joke. You know me and my friends are planning to go traveling this year. Susie begins instantly. Well, I was hoping you could help me with money. Can't. I knew it. I'm a minor. You chuckle as your 19-year-old daughter rolls her eyes. You wish you could say yes, but without worrying. But now that your mother's had to move in, things are quite as simple. Just how much are we talking? Only a few hundred, she mumbles, as she pushes a stray pea at her plate. It takes a great effort for you to not spit your mulled wine across the table onto your elderly mother. I know it's a lot, darling, Sam injects, but trains are expensive. This is a great opportunity for her, and I did already say she could go. Bonafide! Thank you for the raid, man. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. You're right. We'll make it work somehow. Appreciate it very much, King. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Gunnin! Appreciate you. Welcome in, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you, Gunnin. Appreciate you. Give them both shout-outs. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. So this game's iffy. It's called Not For Broadcast. We just started it today. It's like a life job simulator. It's actually very fun. At first I was unsure, but I like this part about it a lot, actually. I am Fly Variety. Call me Fly, you can call me Brett. Whatever you guys prefer. I do variety strategy style games, hence the name. Call of Duty. Wednesdays or whatever Wednesdays, I try to play a game, the same game though, so like story games. I try to keep the story games. So that way, you know, you come back and you're invested, you know, you have something to come back to, versus just me playing Warzone, which I do play a lot as well, especially with Gunnin and Bonafide. Which I probably will be adding a day for that, just so we can do those as well. But I appreciate the raids, I appreciate the love, I appreciate just coming by, sitting and talking. It's great. We try to have as much fun as we can. Today's Whatever Wednesday. We were playing Not For Broadcast today because we finished the game last week. And Saturday I missed because I was sick. And everyone in my house is sick. So this Saturday we're going to be starting Evil Within 2. So we had 2 new games this week. So I'm very excited. Alright. I'm a dad. If this is me, I would try to make it work as best as I can. Susie grins, stretches from ear to ear. You mean it? That's so great. Thank you. The mood soars as Sam puts a paper hat on your head and Charlie takes pleasure in reading everyone's god-awful cracker jokes. The room is filled with voices of laughter. Looking around at your grinning family, your mother whispers, your father would be so pleased. You dab your eye with a napkin. Speaking of father, I gotta text Dad and see if he wants to come whenever we do the wedding. Whenever we do the party. Yeah, hit me right in the feels. Sounds like Dad. Oh, that's good. I like that. I really like that. You feel very lucky. Family man at heart. To the core. Especially with it being our daughter's birthday today. Absolutely. Love it. A long weekend. Why does the zip on this damn case never close? It's your anniversary. Every year you and Sam... Yeah, she's 1 today. It's her first birthday. Appreciate it, King. You have 2 kids. A 7-year-old and now a 1-year-old. It is insane. Every year you and Sam go away for the weekend, usually camping, and you're not made of money. You've been looking forward to it to ages. Finally get some time alone together. Where you can forget about the noise of life. No kids, no work. Just a bit of romance and some peace and quiet. The zip finally... I think this is why I made me answer these questions earlier on, by the way. Because I put, you know, a little getaway instead of a family trip. Even though the theme park thing would be nice. That's what I picked. I could have picked that one. I like this one. I wanted to do this one. Just a bit of romance and peace and quiet. The zip finally closes, or gives up on the battle, and you drag in the bulging suitcase down the stairs. The answer machine is blinking on the hall table. Good evening, Alex. This is Miss Bozeman. That's why we actually do this in That's what we actually do in theme parks. So I'm surprised. That's why. I know that's what we actually do in theme parks, but I was like, romantic anyway, because we don't get to do that. You know, I'm calling to inform you that you will be required to work this weekend. Your heart sinks. Some information has come to light concerning the rising tensions between our nations and foreign powers, and the National Nightly News team will be working around the clock to ensure the break. Needless to say, I would expect your attendance tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. sharp. Have a pleasant evening, Alex. Shock turns to annoyance and then fear. What do you tell Sam? Gotta find a new job. Sam comes downstairs, beaming. Sam comes downstairs, beaming with excitement, kissing you, then grabs your car keys from the distance. Start to load your bags into the back. Ignore the message you need this weekend. Paul is introducing to your spouse, but you really should go into work. Bozeman's temper slider today. We give every day, 99% of our time, obviously not to work. You know, we work 40 hours a week, sometimes more. All you ask for is 2 days. Yeah, all you ask for is the weekend, and they can't earn that. It's not somewhere I want to be. And it's their anniversary. Get fucked, stay fucked. Fuck you. That's exactly what I'm telling them. If it was our anniversary, one, I would already have let them know I won't be available. And if they said that, I would have told them. I would either ignore it, or I'd be like, sorry, I already left for the weekend, guys. It's our anniversary. Or, get fucked. Message delete. What was that? Comes the voice from behind you. Nothing important, you reply. After you put your coat on and coursing through your body, grab a slam around the waist, you practically slam the front door. You might as well enjoy your time off. You're going to pay for it on Monday. Oh well. An unwelcome return. Fire me. Don't care. When you get to work morning, you get some sour looks from your exhausting colleagues. A note sits for you. The immaculate spirit is blood red. Script is blood red. I am very disappointed, Winston. Was it worth it? Absolutely. Jobs come and go. I forgot who says that on TikTok. The get fucked, stay fucked. But, yeah. Your son Charlie hovers at your elbow as you read. Do you find yourself striving to achieve? Are you an active member of the team? Do you like reaping the benefits of a cooperation? Join the advanced go-getters today. Forwards together. This doesn't sound like the youth club he told you about. Charlie grabs the flyer from you, thrust the form into your hand. So I can walk there straight from school, and Ben's sister can drop us home after. So you don't have to do anything. Advanced go-getters. I mean, I would imagine it's fine. I'm gonna see if they will let me see the form again. And so I'm gonna say it's not fair that his sister is getting, to go on this trip, which she's 19, yes. But we're paying an extra $100 so she can go on the train as well. I'm gonna sign the permission slip. Yep. Heart roaring when we see him so passionate about becoming an advanced, active part of the committee. This can only be a good thing. Yeah, I let him go. Free tickets. Some guys at work gave them to me. They can't go. Sam stands in front of you, brandishing 2 tickets. You see the title in bold letters. Alan James is right in front of you. I'm really unsure. What do you think, Sam? Shall we go? Free tickets are free tickets. He's a character and it'll be hilarious to nothing else. Yeah. I mean, it gives us out of the house. How's all of our lurkers doing? Where is everyone from? Feel free to drop a chat. How y'all doing? How you enjoying this game? If you enjoyed it. If not, tell me. We play all kinds of games here, so this ain't gonna be the only thing you'll see. We are getting to working on Sherlock Holmes soon, and we are going to be working on Secret City as soon as we finish The Evil Within, because it was announced they're doing a Secret City 2, and I want to be on top of that. I appreciate a little, or as much as you guys talk, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for stopping in. Free tickets are free tickets, he's a character. Yeah, we get to go out and do stuff. The show is entertaining, but much less funny than you thought. He's a powerful public speaker, and something about that sticks in your mind. Lying in bed that night, wide awake long after Sam's breathing turns heavy, it hits you. It was the crowd, not laughing but roaring. I didn't know it'd be like this. I enjoy this part where you make decisions and stuff. A profitable partnership. After a particularly long day at work, you come home to find the posts sorted into piles as Sam has taken to doing recently. Most of it is usual rubbish, but a letter with the increasing familiar advanced logo, urgent respond immediately, plastered on the front. Ugh, God. in a corresponding urgent red font grabs your attention. Best to get it over with. Dear Winston Residents, this letter is to inform you that the advanced government has taken another step forwards in our fight for the equality. Oh, great. This is my fault, because I put equal. By nationalizing the largest private corporations and redistributing their resources among the citizens of this great community, our great country, the Partnership Bonds program ensures that wealth created by the people is delivered to the people. Do you remember this being in the manifesto? Every household will become a partner in one of 3 carefully selected institutions chosen by the advanced for consistent, high performance and financial security. Please note, all returns are based on public opinion, cannot be guaranteed. Please select one of the following: Eye of the Beholder, incorporated whether it's cosmetics, clothing, or couture. We see the beauty in all customers. Niles Deals Limited is always a steal from Crazy's Kyle. Pleasure Corp. Our business is your pleasure. From sport to travel, or even just some time, you can't say pleasure without leisure. Which one do you think? Eye of the Beholder, I don't think I like. It sounds like they're gonna be watching you. What do you think, baby? That's what I thought. You will receive a report from your partnership in 3 to 6 working months. It seems to even advance can't defeat the quagmire of governmental bureaucracy. Giggity. The future of this nation is a partnership. Forwards together. Julia Salisbury, Peter Clement. Just how much influence could you have? Giggity. Damn. We haven't done the broadcast. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna say we haven't done the broadcast in a minute. I like that though, because they know how taxing this thing is. I think they break it up with all these work sim stuff. Or life sim stuff. Yeah, hopefully we get rich. That'd be nice. The equipment not working, check the power. That's why I put the fan on last time. I made sure the fan went on as well. There's a horror version of this, by the way. Yes.
Good evening, Alex. It's Bozeman here, your boss. While you're powering up and getting the adverts loaded, I thought I should just tell you that we've had one of those public information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you play it. You still have a free choice for the other 2, so read those tape labels carefully, but make sure you play the advance advert, preferably at the second break. Right, that's the lot. Have a great show. Total pimp. My God, that weather looks nasty.
Interesting.
The sky over you.
I don't know why I talk to you.
It probably is a really awful date.
10 seconds, everybody. Like I said, all of you.
Did your personality accidentally slip out?
Pricks. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
The Joyous
I'm
Cruise.
Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Uncooperative. A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight
Not crazy,
on
Neil.
thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, I'll be asking what this mysterious symbol might mean.
After 3 months of record-breaking
I didn't hear it
ratings,
for a second.
could this be the daring first move of a silent resistance movement? And what would that mean as we go into the future?
We shall overcome. Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month now, doctors Ingrid Svorsborg and Horgensvoord and David Wong announced today that they're considering 2 possible options.
With 2 of the finest minds in science working together, hopes are still high for the eventual return of the team to dry land.
While both options are still on the table, support seems to be growing for a
Not crazy, Neil. He's not helping us.
If a group of fungus experts can't fix the most advanced craft ever conceived by man, then who can?
LaBeouf avoided. As the last Mr. Snugglehogs is found and destroyed, we ask, how could we have been so blind?
Fortunately, this station wisely chose not to advertise Mr. Snugglehugs, and the subsequent disappointing sales turned out to be a miracle, as only 7 children were horribly injured by the...
That's why we didn't do it.
How much worse could it have been? Thankfully, we'll never know.
Julia Salisbury, who mobilised numerous government resources to recall the product immediately after the first blindings.
Appreciate it. We just got over 70 followers recently. Appreciate that, love. We are on our course to get affiliate. We gotta get that average viewer rates up. 8. I think that's the most I've had in a little while, so I appreciate that. Thank you guys very much. It is awesome that you guys are here.
Johnny's star certainly lacks its former glow these days, with public concern over his mental and physical health growing at an alarming rate.
Let's hope that the team at the Gentle Touches Rehabilitation Centre can help Johnny get back to his former glory. Johnny's family have asked for privacy during this difficult time. We'll have reporters at the clinic around the clock.
I need to put the advanced one second. I mean, remember that. The second ad break needs to be the advanced thing. So first one I'm going to do the beauty thing. Because that helps, that's the pleasure. That might help us get money.
Remington's Fist CEO Sophia Remington today announced a brand new product that already has the markets buzzing with interest.
Nope.
This groundbreaking product came as quite a shock when it was revealed earlier today, though its critics are skeptical that the young CEO can fulfill her promises.
When only a Flard will do, you need the Flardmaster 5000. That's the slogan accompanying the announcement that has rocked the construction industry this morning. The breakthrough device for aiding in installation is sure to change the way we see the humble Flard.
With that exclusive Prime Ministerial interview coming up later.
And our very own Patrick Bannon live at the first annual Sports
See,
Board
it's getting pretty
You won't want to miss a
cool seeing this stuff now.
National Nightly News.
Yeah, that sent me. It was great. It was fantastic. Shrinking. Nope. Cool.
But first tonight, while Advance is certainly proving popular with the majority of the country, who've seen their wealth and standards of living increase considerably, for some, the transition has not been as pleasant.
That's right, Megan. The formerly aristocratic members of our society have had to make major adjustments to come to terms with the new regime.
Robin Short is in Serbia investigating rumours
I may try to make it seamless, but I was thinking of it.
Planning some kind of protest. Robin?
Thanks, Megan. I'm here in Moderate Hatchings to talk to Wentworth and Penelope Somerset Bentley, who were relocated to the house you see behind me.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw, but that's exactly what happened. There was a gimp suit in there. It was hilarious.
Well, quite frankly, Robin, we're not settling in at all. Our neighbours are whitewatters.
Simply untenable. I hope you'll forgive my language, but this is steaming as a Wednesday hatch basket with too much spatting.
Steady now, Penelope. Sorry,
Too early,
Robin,
too
my
early.
sister's under a lot
Gotta
of
remember.
pressure. She had to dress herself this morning and she still hasn't quite recovered, Robin.
Oh. My goodness, that must have been quite a shock.
She really struggles with ribbons, Robin.
Well, at least you've been rehoused in a nice big house.
Big house? This grubby little gaddispatch only has one staircase.
And the breakfast room and the dining room in the same bloody place. Imagine that, having all one's grub in one room. One room, Robin.
So what would you say to the people that feel that your family has had it
Gone in. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you in here. Hope you guys did good on Fortnite.
I hardly think we've had it easy for fuss's sake. Only
You guys get any wins?
was even heated.
But realistically, what can you do?
Ooh.
Well, you've asked the right bloody question, Robin.
Thank you, Wentworth. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason.
I think our toilet butler was from Swinstead. Dear George. Oh, I wonder what happened to him. Daddy tried to shoot him in the buttocks and he ran off into the woods.
Oh, good times.
Yeah, that's probably my last happy memory, Robin.
We're gonna hit the. We're gonna try to hit.
We will rise and rebel.
the affiliate this month, guys. We're gonna try to get as much streams out. We're gonna try to get as much viewers up. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much.
Oh, what's that? Daddy! Daddy, it's something!
Please don't do that. We can't show this on the news.
Right, you buggers! Carry-ho! Tilly! Get the dog!
Tilly's our mummy. She's proper cracked off too.
Well, at least you are showing some shame.
Free at last! Somerset
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. You guys are the best. Definitely don't know where I would have been without you, especially King. But the 40 fam and then meeting you, because King, you helped me out a lot.
Language, Penelope. We are news, not rules.
Sorry, Daddy.
We want the world to realise we won't roll over and run away. We will revolt. We will rise again.
Yes, we bloody well will. Stuff and hip-hop.
Jesus!
Are you okay?
Did he shoot him?
Jeremy, Megan.
Did he shoot him?
The protest movement takes one in the top legs. It's back here in the studio. I'm Robin Short, struggling surreptitiously in moderate hatchings.
Thanks, Robin. That's certainly a story we'd want to be keeping an eye on, eh, Megan?
Speak for yourself there, Jeremy, but I've seen enough shaft work to last me a lifetime.
I'm sure you have. But can a naked protest movement ever really catch on? It doesn't seem like the way we do things in this country.
But as I'm sure you're aware, Jeremy, this country is becoming a very different place.
Yes, but seriously, who's going to run around naked in our weather?
Hopefully not you, Jeremy.
Yes, well, there wouldn't be enough canvas for the slogans.
When we come back, our very own Patrick Bannon will be live from the sports board.
It can't be A, it has to be
Stick
C.
around, you won't want to miss it.
We'll be back after these messages.
Too early. It's okay.
1 minute
Guys.
back. Oh, sorry.
Oh, not too early, not too early. Okay, I had it set already. Look how pretty it is.
Yes, I know. It's very endearing.
She wants your job.
Why is it raining?
Alex, Bozeman, we're getting reports in that naked protesters might try and spoil the sports board final by waving their fleshy bits about. Try and make sure you don't broadcast it. It's 6 p.m. for God's sake. No one wants to see fannies on the news. Bozeman out.
Okay, so I gotta make sure I'm turning away from the people getting naked. Got it. 3. Yep, got it.
Well, that's what it says.
Yes, I understand that, but I always say welcome back.
I think we should just keep it as it is.
Well, of course you do. I've got one hack line.
What's that supposed to mean? I didn't write it, Jeremy.
That's all right, fine. Jenny, there's something wrong with the auto cue.
10 seconds.
Oh, I just felt a drip again. Have they not fixed this?
You want to see us fry? It's good for the ratings.
5,
Next one's gotta be
4, 3.
1. Or A. Next one's gotta be A.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Wolf. Coming up later, we'll be speaking to the Prime Ministers about their exciting new healthcare facilities, transition centres.
Nice to see they care.
You're absolutely right, Jeremy. But first, we're going now to our own Patrick Bannon, who's reporting live from the finals of the new game.
Sit in the chair myself, but no.
Sports Board. Patrick?
That's right, Megan. You joined me live here for the final of the first annual Sports Board Championship. It's been a hotly contested competition so far. I think it's fair to say these two have been dancing around each other all season. First up, we have Eddie Striker. She's the more experienced of our two players today. Striker has got an accuracy of 7, a danger rating of K, and a 12-month driving ban. Striker's known for her signature move, the Orangi hamster. And facing her tonight, hoping to prove himself with a career record of 12 outs, 14 finishes, and a divorce pending. It's Mr. Wingspan himself, Tommy, the Fingernail Harris.
The fingernail?
The ref now, the marking ceremony is taking part. Still going on. Striker, of course, first to start as she won the trivia round earlier on by some margin. Harris, perhaps the brawn and not the brain. Stupid. Eddie Striker. Nice start there from Striker. She's determined not to let the nerves show. Not up to last time. On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy. Using his arm to pick up the ball.
shot there from Harris. Back to striker for shot number 3. All right. She's gone to sort of throwing it under her legs. Not bad, if you ask me. Third away. To Harris. Bit of business with the ref, but it got sorted out. Back to Harris now. A ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
Football. Move back.
I'd say that's fair, but what do I know? Oh no, and Harris is not going to be happy with that. So really not a good start there for Tommy Harris in round 1. We can only hope that round 2 treats him a bit better. But first and foremost, after the argument with the ref section, it's time to change ends. Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends. And of course now they go back to the starting positions, as that makes sense.
Does that make sense?
Striker giving it large.
Second round, relay, Harris.
Winter round 2 now with Harris. Okay, we seem to have some sort of streak on the pitch. I apologise if we broadcast any of that stuff.
He's over there on that side.
Across her breasts and arse. Try and ignore all of that. Security, I'm sure we're going to take them out as soon as possible. Apologise if we broadcast any of that. As I said, we're going to get the situation resolved as soon as possible.
Nope.
They're trying to carry on play, but it's proving a bit difficult, and I'm struggling to follow. Because it's quite an eyesore, and women's body, yeah. All right, great. Okay, so back into round 2 now.
Jesus. I was trying to figure out where she was, and every time I went to it, she switched sides.
Eddie Striker. No, it's just some of the tightest play I've seen ever. Harris. And with an offensive thumbscrew, we haven't seen out of the heat. What a brilliant move.
Can't even see what the fuck they're supposed to be doing.
Back to Striker. And we know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That is, of course, the ground sound.
What the fuck are
They hit on both sides of the bucket. I don't know about you at home, but I'm finding the technical mastery on display here absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. The ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris is having an absolute shocker. What a miserable start there for Tommy Harris. But he is a late bloomer, of course, always said that. And after all, it is a game of 2 halves. 4 rounds and 7 subgenres. But now, of course, it's time for the half-time show. Sponsored by Bloomington Spit.
On my whistle.
Must be some music here to start the half-time show. Okay, another posh protester loose on the court here. We're going to apologise for that.
He's over on the side.
From having to look directly at it.
He's over by her.
His genitals
Okay.
are on display for all to see. And ruining what was shaping up to be quite the dance interlude there. Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face. Security is on it. And the bucket has been knocked over.
Back over by him.
I cannot stand it when the bucket gets knocked over. Hopefully he'll get taken out now. Genitals flying around for all to see.
Going out by his side. I did that one pretty good, I feel like.
Hopefully taken away, never to be seen again.
I feel like I did pretty good there.
Ballboy cannot be in the final pose.
And a lovely finish there on both sides of the bucket. I wouldn't like to call that one. And as we head into round 3, I'd love to know what's going on in these 2 players' heads. But unfortunately, because of science, we can't.
Thank you.
Not bad. So that ball boy's giving me the eye all day. Striker there, not a great start. She looks a bit flustered, I think, after all that swinging around. Back to Harris here. Oh, what I wouldn't give to be that ball. I'm all right, ladies. Tommy Harris. And it dribbled down his arm, which is actually a really good move, because, of course, if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor, it's not going in the bucket.
Your goal is not to make it in the bucket? What the fuck is this shit?
Striker's gone for the animal bonus there, but of course, perhaps... And yes, Harris has counted with a tiny bell. That is wonderful play. Of course, we've seen that before. Look at her face. She is absolutely gutted. What a mark.
What the fuck is this?
What a massive shame.
Harris receives possession now.
Harris to serve now. Harris, of course, undefeated by Kestrel in his last 4 battles. So, here we go. Tommy Harris. That's all right. Not bad there. He threw it quite far away from him, which is quite a good idea. Very clever there. Perhaps a little contact caution from the referee, who's being, if you ask me, a little bit harsh. Ellie Striker. And she's let the nerves get to her. What the hell was that? You hate to see it, don't you? You cannot believe it. Oh, for God's sake.
Right?
Okay, like, I mean, this is a mess now.
Okay, they ran over in the center. They are in the center.
Breasts and genitals for all to see.
Okay. They went to his side.
They're sort of everywhere,
Center.
aren't they? All right, I'll try and carry on. The players are trying to carry on, but of course it's difficult.
Okay.
Because,
I know. I don't know why I'm invested either.
Hopefully we can get them taken off soon so we can carry on with the match. What's going on here? Yes.
We want our money.
Yes, very good. Take them away. Bloody wasters. Absolute wasters.
They're back by his side. Going over to her.
Oh, jog on. This is the mine round. It's an absolute bloody...
Got it.
Okay, and now we're going to go into the final round. And of course, as it's a Tuesday, the final round is a mime round. Who could believe it? Nice imaginary shot there from Harris. It really could go in there at this point. Really high-level play here from two absolute juggernauts of the sport.
Did he just shoot and imagine it? What the f...
About time, if you ask me. She's juggling it around from her hands. And she's put it in her mouth like as if it was an egg. And now she's and she spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there, quite late on from Striker. But she's in it to win it. On it like a car bonnet.
I don't know what the fuck's happening.
Having a bit of beef. And he's peeling it as if it were a banana, which is an interesting move. Not sure if he has any potassium or what's going on today with Harris. And he's throwing it, and the banana was the ball! What a fantastic move there from Harris. Unfortunately, that is the end. What a pathetic, there we go, Jeremy, that is over. How can he look his 8-year-old son in the face tonight? What a lump. We just have to wait for the referee now to announce it to make sure it is all official.
Contestants in, please. And the winner of the first annual Sports Board Championship is...
everyone! Okay, the ref off the screen, once again, a win for everyone, including me as my 15th win in the Sports Board Championship.
It said it was the first annual one. What the hell are they talking about?
Another wonderful victory for me.
What do they mean it's the first annual? 15th win. Whoa.
And thanks again for watching the Sports Board Championship. As I say, I'm Patrick Bannon, looking forward to celebrating tonight. And all I've left to say, Jeremy, is back to you in the studio.
Patrick Bannon had an extraordinary final.
Historic sports board, Jeremy.
I didn't know you were a fan.
Oh, yeah, I can wrench a doubler with the best of them, I'll have you know.
I don't know, maybe it's the weather. Or the, the thing was overheating.
I'll be talking live with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, who apparently have a big announcement you wouldn't want to miss.
That's coming up after these messages.
1 minute back.
Fucking microphone shocked me.
What?
Fucking microphone just shocked me. Where's that sound guy?
Everything okay?
Oh, the mics are just trying to kill us now, apparently.
You'll be fine. You're unshockable.
I'm immune to your cheap flattery.
I'm wearing you down.
Boozman again. Just heard from the chaps in maintenance that this storm is causing the odd power surge. Some of your controls might be a bit dangerous. Now, I know you're tough and you can take the odd shock for the sake of a perfect news broadcast, but too many in quick succession can stop the old ticker. I'm sure you'll make the right decisions. Boozman out.
Shit.
Seem to have sprung a leak. Well,
Sensor's not working. So I need to turn off. Okay, so I can turn off the VHS after this one.
It's a great time to be alive.
I'll turn off the speakers for right now. How long we got? 19 seconds? In 19 seconds I'm going to turn off the VHS.
Is your seat done?
10 seconds, everybody.
No, mine's fine.
Have
He had a little accident.
Chissy cow.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. I am delighted to be joined by Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Welcome to the National
Whoa.
Oh, please, it's just Julia and Peter.
We don't believe much in titles. It doesn't seem very advanced.
Night Bonafide, thanks for stopping by, man.
Well, firstly, I should ask how you feel about the graffiti that's been springing up across the capital. Should we be worried?
Oh, no, you definitely shouldn't
Check
be
power.
worried.
What am I doing?
Got a
I got nothing on right now.
anyway.
I just got to go by subtitles, I guess. What do you mean check power? What do I turn off? Nope.
There are some pissants who just don't know how to be.
We're working hard to reach these people, find out what they're angry about and how we can help. The door to my government is always open.
Someone's dripping on me.
But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative arts project.
Which we no doubt will have funded.
God damn
We
it.
want to talk to the nation about something far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make, but they were being surprisingly secretive about it.
Let me ask you a question, Megan.
Oh, okay, it's not usually how it works, but...
What scares you? I mean, really scares you?
It's death. She's talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths. It's part of being human.
Sorry, are you saying that Advance have cured death?
That'll be a vote winner. Yep, that was definitely a drop there.
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
And much less painful and much less expensive. Look, which is me close-up camera
Oh,
there.
it's wonderful.
When I was 13, my mum came and got me from school. He was to go to the hospital. My granddad, he'd collapsed that morning, so we'd all to say our goodbyes. And I went in to see him. We were all frail and pale. I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been fit as fiddle. And he said to me, Peter, he said, it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I love.
Was that the last time you saw him?
Damn it! I see what's happening. I gotta be careful what I push.
Miserable years after that. He had to be fed with a rubber spoon. He had a commode, so he'd just take a shit right there in the lounge while we were watching.
I can't do anything about that.
Sounds...
It was awful. It was awful for us, and this is the point.
Maybe
It were awful for him. He could
bring that down, see if I can lower the power that way.
Turn off his breathing equipment at night, but she wouldn't. It were a crime, you see. And she didn't want to lose the children, as well as her old man.
No family should have to suffer like Peter's did. And now no family will have to. The Health Service is today opening the first of 300 new transition centres.
The transition centres will handle everything for your last day. Physical and emotional costs are all catered for and paid for by the government. So even the poorest citizen gets to pass on with dignity when they choose.
And that choice is important.
Gotta get used to this thing.
People who choose it. The people who feel they run their course. Don't want to burden themselves or their families with a slow, long, humiliating decline.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
Are you still on the air, Peter?
Sorry, my apologies. Oh.
I can't do...
In what way?
I can't do anything.
The older generation might feel somewhat...
I literally couldn't do anything. I was struggling figuring out what the hell was happening. Okay. I gotta manage my power, but how can I manage my power if I have to have multiple things on at once? This is very confusing. Thank you for stopping in again, King.
Bozeman again. Just heard from the chaps in maintenance that this storm is causing the odd power surge. Some of your controls might be a bit dangerous. Now I know you're tough and you can take the odd shock for the sake of a perfect news broadcast, but too many in quick succession can stop the old ticker. I'm sure you'll make the right decisions. Bozeman out.
Okay. I think I see what I need to do. I think I need to not press the button when it's electrocuted like that. But like I said, after the timer, I'm gonna turn off the. The fan's not on anyways, so I'm gonna turn off the fan.
She's tougher than she looks. Am I here?
As I get to the countdown, I'm gonna turn off the VHS. It's gonna be on her first.
Did your seat down?
10 seconds, everybody.
No, mine's fine. Have you had a little accident?
Cheeky cow.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. I am delighted to be joined by Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Welcome to the National Nightly News.
It's just Julia and Peter.
We don't believe much in titles. It doesn't seem very advanced.
I gotta make sure I don't press those buttons that are lit up.
Well, firstly, I should ask how you feel about the graffiti that's been springing up across the capital. Should we be worried?
Oh, no, you definitely shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless you've got a fatal paint allergy anyway.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people we haven't been able to help.
You know, whingers.
People who yet benefit from the many advantages of the new future.
And you know, Megan, as my old mum used to say, there are some pissants who just don't know how to be happy.
We're working hard to reach these people, find out what they're angry about and how we can help. The door to my government is always open.
Someone's tripping on me.
But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative arts project.
Which we no doubt will have funded.
When we want to talk to the nation about something far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make, but they were being surprisingly...
Let me ask you a question then.
Oh, okay, it's not usually how it works, but...
What scares you? I mean, really scares you?
It's death. She's talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths. It's part of being human.
Sorry, are you saying that Advance have cured death?
That'll be a vote winner. Yeah, that was definitely a drop there.
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
And much less painful, and much less expensive. Look, which is me close-up camera?
Oh,
there?
it's camera format.
When I was 13, my mum came and got me from school. He had to go to the hospital. My granddad, he'd collapsed that morning, so we'd all to say our goodbyes. And I went in to see him. He were all frail and pale. I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been fit as fiddle. And he said to me, Peter, he said, it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I love.
Was that the last time you saw him?
Nope. 3 days later, he was back. He lived with us for 9 miserable years after that. He had to be fed with a rubber spoon. He had a commode, so he'd just take a shit right there in the lounge while we were watching football.
Damn it! It's just tough.
That sounds...
It was awful. It were awful for us, and this is the point. It were awful for him. He could see it was destroying me, man, watching him slowly fade away. And he was begging.
I don't get it. Okay.
His breathing equipment at night, but she couldn't. Or she wouldn't. It were a crime, you see. And she didn't want to lose the children, as well as her own.
I don't see who's talking, but clearly it doesn't matter what I turn off or what I turn on.
Legal, financial, medical and emotional costs are all catered for and paid for by the government. So even the poorest citizen gets to pass on with dignity when they choose.
And that choice is important.
He's about to swear up a storm.
This is only for people who choose it. For people who feel they've run their course and don't want to burden themselves or their families with a slow, long, humiliating decline.
Just given me electric shock.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I think I fried my asshole.
Oh, we're still on the air, Peter.
Yes, sorry, my apologies. Oh.
Are you not worried that this new system might be open to abuse?
In what way?
Sorry, I've got a sapkin. Can I get a little bit of help here, please?
That the older generation might.
Okay, we're almost there.
Jesus, a royal face, fucker. That one was massive. Right, no.
Sorry, the older generation might feel somewhat coerced.
Coerced into spending their final days eating gourmet food and drinking fine wine and luxury spas and gardens.
Look, I am perfectly capable of... with a rustic twat.
Prime Minister, please watch your language.
Go get yourself sorted out.
Right.
We're launching a government information film tonight. It should tell your viewers everything they need to know.
Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of it, but we're almost there. 30 more seconds.
It's hard to believe you've
30 more seconds.
We're only getting started.
And on that note. Jeremy.
Right, yes, that's all we have time for tonight. Thank yous go out to our guests. Congratulations to all the winners at the Sports Board final. And we'll see you tomorrow night at the same time. My name is Jeremy Donaldson. If you can, have a peaceful night.
And we're out. Good job, everybody. So they just... I don't suppose
Please tell me I made it through it. Please tell me I made it through it.
It's my nephew, so we transitioned and I thought the link.
Oh. New challenge unlocked. Live and spooky DLC unlocked. Holy shit, that one was tough. So A is the best, E is not that good. I'll take it, D. Fuck it. Docking to pay. Current wealth is what is money. I really couldn't. Of course, the pleasure thing is kind of medium. Everything else is nails is down, but the other thing's up. That's okay. I couldn't do much there. I really couldn't. Okay. Goff Algebra is a married math teacher. Jeff Goff. Damn, that was tough. That was a brutal one. I'm curious of something.
Alex, oh thank God you're alive. It's Jenny, the floor manager. Are you okay? Alex, you need to get it together. Look at the broadcast screen. Just look at it. That's all we've been putting out since you went down. You have to fix it, now. Look left, Alex, out the window. See? They're all over it, little bastards. You're going to need a full charge to clear that many off.
Oh.
Hold down the big button until it's fully charged, then release it to zap the little...
What is that?
Excellent, Alex. We're broadcasting again. They must have built up while you were napping. Usually it only takes a tap on the button to clear one. Look, there's a lone one climbing now. Zap it off before it starts to mess up the signal again.
Okay, so there's more.
That seems to be the last of them. For now. Right. We're about a minute out. Get the adverts loaded up. I've got to deal with my pet idiot. And Alex, keep your ears open. You'll hear them climbing up the tower. Don't let them build up.
Keep this a second again. Whoa, wait, what did it say?
This has no credibility, Jenny.
Should be played introducing Advances Go-Getters Team.
It's not a mess. Everything is where it should be. It's ramshackle and characterful, and I expect you to know the difference. Of course Megan's place looked lovely, but I can't see it, can I?
Thanks, Jenny. How's lock-in with the boyfriend going?
Decided to take his chances on the wild streets, eh?
I see the logos. I didn't notice that. See the logos? This is the one we want.
Jeremy, Jenny says your hair looks stupid.
Yes, I can hear her.
She says she's not talking to you.
Yes, I know. I can hear her.
Shall I count us in?
Make it so.
Okay, 10 seconds. Break a leg, everyone.
Preferably a furry one.
5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Snugglefuck? It's been almost 5 weeks since all the Mrs. Snugglehugs toys woke up simultaneously in factories worldwide and began searching for their husbands. The Mr. Snugglehugs we had so short-sightedly destroyed. And now, as this photograph suggests, they may be changing tactics.
Built to surprisingly traditional gender stereotypes, the Mrs. Snugglehugs
they're the toys. That's fucking creepy.
Implements. All the more reason to make sure that cat flap is taped up good and tight.
This frightening new development means that even those previously thought to be relatively safe, like the young and fit, must take care to watch their backs and keep their ears open.
We might have chosen bad in the pleasures one.
Going stir crazy, with no signs of Mrs. Snugglehug's batteries running.
Because that's Neil,
and
that is maybe that is ours. I can't tell. No, that says Channel 1, huh? I can't tell.
Dramatic reports are beginning to emerge of uncharacteristically bold behavior in homes across the country. I'm not talking about the model planes that occupy so much time in the Donaldson household.
In response to a nationwide lack of toilet paper, which was, of course, raided by the Mrs. Snugglehugs to construct their vast hives, many of the nation's adults have turned to a more childish solution.
They're on the tower.
That's their excuse.
Locked and loaded. Shin Calligraphy, Johnny Handsleeves, seems to be taking his own unique approach to being locked in.
Since checking into rehab, not much has been heard from the former role model, but this latest photo leaked by another resident today seems to confirm that all might not be well at Gentle Touches.
It seems that paranoia may have overtaken the residents of the infamous rehab clinic, which this morning declared itself an independent
Looking. How's everyone doing? Sorry, it's been a minute since I said anything. I'm trying to. This is like something you have to completely focus on.
Things to come. In their own version of a lockdown for more than 45 years now, the descendants of Doctors David Wong and Ingrid Sporsborgen-Horgensvoord and their unfortunate team today managed to get a personal statement to the surface using flagellized imaging equipment.
Many of the Sporsborgen-Horgensvoord, as they've come to be known, have certainly captured the public imagination, with a recent vote naming Helvetica Sporsborgen-Wallensvoord the most likely to survive a massive electric shock.
Greetings from Dante's Tale.
Oh shit.
Or if you stay down here in the family, Megan must be to you. I don't know what a Mrs. Pluck.
I forgot that was what's
But
happening.
they sound like they're causing you guys real.
I was wondering what the. I thought it was something I doing.
Down here for
My doing.
8,961 days now, and all I can say is I sure am glad Mum and Dad chose not to get on
Every
that
couple
same
seconds, I'm just gonna look over.
Since they grew me and the rest of the family, we've been getting on famously, and sometimes Mum stops crying for upwards of 20 minutes. Also, it turns out, as first, you can eat plants, if you can handle the stomach cramps and the amnesia. Greetings from Dante's Taint, or as we say down here in the family, many mushrooms to you.
It's hard to believe they've been down there so long now.
But everyone knows time moves differently underwater, Jeremy. That's why baths take so long.
That's right. And as anyone will tell you,
the quicker the relativistic forces of temporal causality will have a measurable effect upon the fixed dimensional parameters of your environment.
Yes, I've said that many times.
Papers, please. With the lockdown becoming ever more rigorously enforced, having a passport is becoming increasingly important, Alex.
The government caused controversy today by announcing a fresh charge of passport fraud with an imaginative form of punishment for those found guilty of this brand new but incredibly serious crime.
Ooh.
The international community have been critical of Advance's decision to begin branding those found to be abetting passport fraudsters. The red hot metal may seem painful, but I'm told it's actually preferable to most music currently in the charts.
Oh, jeez.
And Advance speaks out, with the snuggle struggle proving a test to governments around the world. Advance HQ released a curious statement this afternoon.
In the accompanying release, they asked us to stress that they have been listening and that this should be taken as a response to how the people really feel.
We've certainly done our bit on this show to contribute to the political climate. But let's not forget, how we behave in our home lives is what really matters.
Let's hope it's not just me who filled out that questionnaire, Jeremy, or we're all in trouble.
Let's play that statement.
Evening. Apparently, we need to have a chat about playing by the rules. So, the other night I were at my local park for research purposes, and there were a bunch of lads having a kickabout without a care in the world. And not only did they refuse to let me join in, they wouldn't even let me have a swig of their white stripe. Laughing and joking they were, like there weren't a national crisis on, until one of them little pink demons followed them home and kicked the shit out of their nan. So, I've got two things to say to you young, fit folk. One, stay at home. It's not for you. It's to protect your Aunt Mabel and Bill next door. And two, always share your booze with your Prime Minister. As my old man used to say, there's only two type of folk. Them who will help you across the road with the shopping, and then we'll kick you in the fanny and nick your macaroni. So don't be a pasta snatcher.
Oh, Fanny. God damn it.
Stay at home. Have a brandy. It'll be all over before you know it. Thank you.
Delectable stuff.
Later tonight, Jeremy will be catching up with brave roving reporter Patrick Bannon, while I check in
Okay.
with a few friends of the
I can't really hear it,
found
that's why.
themselves stranded at opposite ends of the country.
And then, in part 3, there's going to be a quiz. Presumably because there's nothing more important going on that you might like to report on if you were, say, a news program.
And in a moment, we'll both be asking Sophia Remington how such a trusted brand can have made such a terrible manufacturing mistake.
With what it describes here as help from popular psychic scientist Delia Lywell.
Oh, I like her.
Don't, why do you do that?
That's all coming up on tonight's
National Nightly News.
Keep doing that too early.
First tonight, how did we get here? Where are we going? And most importantly, who's to blame?
Joining us from her ranch in Arlingsfield, Milkirky is the CEO of Remington's Fist, internationally respected business Bengali, Sophia Remington.
Thank you for having me, Megan. I'm a huge fan of your work.
And from a crystal healing laboratory, what I assume is a garage in Upper Lowington, inexplicably renowned psychic scientist, Dr. Delia Lywell. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Sorry, us?
Myself and the eminent professors.
Is that what you call the voices in your head?
We seem to attract dead scientists. I don't know why.
The money?
They express themselves to me through ethereal algebra and quadratic predictions. It's all very technical.
No, it isn't.
I concur. Miss Remington, the entire Snugglehugs range will surely go down as the biggest public relations disaster in history, won't it?
Well, of course, that's one world record we would never have thought to claim.
What can you say at a time like this?
There is only one thing that can be said. I'm sorry. We're sorry. From everyone here at Remington's Fist, but especially the dedicated inventors and world-beating engineers at Remingtons, we are deeply, deeply sorry. Who could have predicted that letting a child's toy learn how to love would have such unforeseen consequences?
Mary Shelley?
We see you, Sophia Remington. You are preening by a metal vessel, and where you venture...
Interesting. How's everyone doing? Who's all still here in the chat?
Only the past is concrete. I remember being a child in my grandpa's workshop when he made the first dancing hangman toy. He put it by my
I heard them
bed,
that time.
and when I couldn't sleep, I'd wind it up and let it go, and I'd watch that happy little executioner wiggle and wave his tiny noose and dance before my eyes.
Hope you guys are doing well.
Grandpa sold thousands of them, on the quiet, obviously.
and he used the money he made to found Rimming Toys, which is now just one small part of the global supermassive megacore that is Remington's Fist. Sadly, we lost Grandpappy along the way. He died in a fire at the preschool tobacco factory, another one of his pet projects. But we never lost his spirit of invention.
Yes, I'm not entirely certain what your grandfather's offensive toys have to do with the current predicament.
The spirit of invention, Mr. Donaldson. The passion to create, to problem solve. And that is why I'm here today, to tell you about a brand new product we're launching simultaneously around the world from midnight tonight.
We said science! Science! We hear its song on the breeze, its breath on the wind.
She sounds crazy.
How does she do it?
Well, please, don't keep us in suspense any longer.
Won't be my feature she's making up next.
Remington's Fist is proud to present Snuggle Traps. Safety and security in these dangerous times. Each box of Snuggle Traps contains 8 devices, all guaranteed to stop a Mrs. Snugglehug in its tracks. That's enough for a small lawn or 4 window boxes. And you want to know the best thing? They're only $129.99 a box. Now that is affordable peace of mind.
We see you, Jeremy Donaldson.
Not now, honey, I'm mid-50. The best thing about Snuggle Traps is they're powered by next-generation Flardinium batteries. So, however long the enemy lasts, these traps will outlast them.
We see you, Mr. Donaldson. You are screaming and yelling. Your friends are crying. They fear you. And then you're gone.
Grim.
Chills. Did anyone else just get chills though?
I think I did.
I think it's more concerned. I think I'd be more concerned about
Give me the cup, my boy.
Quickly, before we go to the break.
Yeah, the Grim. Yeah.
Repackaged landmines. Aren't they dangerous, say, to children?
Off of my tower.
These are not toys, but they're explosive fun.
Sophia Remington, Dr. Delia Lywell, thank you for joining us.
When we come back, we'll be taking a look at the situation across the country tonight.
Don't go away. We'll be back after these bandages.
Was that all right?
Oh, yes, Doctor, that was...
I don't think I got to the right one. Maybe I did.
Very nice, that young Miss Remington.
I think she'd make an interesting dinner guest.
Do you think so? I think I'd rather spend the evening shoving Delia's sacred crystals up my skeptical arsehole.
Mate, it's Dave. You're not going to believe this, but I've decided to come home. Listen, I'll call you back in the next break and we can talk about how I get me job back.
Okay.
Cheers, Alex. See you, mate.
Sorry, I wasn't expecting to censor when I wasn't on broadcast.
Yeah, well, it's been a long time coming.
Oh,
exactly.
fuck.
I've said it. He must know, he's not stupid. I just don't want it getting back to him that it came from us. Hey, no, Jenny. You're not backing out on me now. We're in this together. It's all right. Okay. I've made the cake. You're on the list. Got no idea how old he is.
Yeah, I heard it at the last second.
17? Yeah, ready. Okay, coming back. In 5, 4, 3... Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Ruth. Now it's time to take a trip around the country to hear how the lockdown might impact the nation from some friendly faces. Joining me are respected academic Katie Brightman and author of Alan James's Kites, Alan James. Thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Megan.
Thanks, Megan. It really is a pleasure, Katie. I enjoyed our little heated encounter.
I wish I could say the same.
So first off, Katie, how are you coping?
I'm holding up okay. The lockdown directive was so sudden that, like many people, I haven't been able to get home.
Oh no, what happened?
I was staying at a hotel after an international policy convention, and we had a particularly heavy night out. You know,
Welcome to the stream. How you guys doing?
Notoriously hate splitting the bill.
And I overslept, and as you can imagine, I've been here ever since. But there are certainly people much worse off than me.
Exactly. My tour has been cancelled indefinitely, and I've had to refund every single ticket, even the cheap seats.
Oh, Alan, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, people are being quite rude about it. They don't seem to realise they've already spent it filling the beach house with beef.
The crisis claims yet another victim.
So, this is just a reminder that my book, Alan James is Right, is now available in paperback.
Unbelievable.
What was that?
You're unbelievable.
So, Katie, how do you think this might affect the economy? Should we be worried?
Very, Megan. Not to sound dramatic, but this could be catastrophic. Unemployment has skyrocketed, and frankly, it will be a miracle if a lot of businesses can survive this.
There you go, scaremongering again, spreading this latest liberal hoax. That's what they want. They want us quiet. They want us compliant.
He's so weird.
Inside.
A hoax? How on earth can you say that, Alan?
Well, I haven't actually seen one of these supposed toys. Have you?
Well, no, but...
Did you know 3,000 people die every year from regular toys? That's a lot of people. And this is no different. You're just as likely to be hunted down by a yo-yo or a tennis racket.
He makes an excellent and persuasive point, Katie.
Don't listen to her, Katie. The press are the enemy of truth.
She's agreeing with you, Alan, you absolute shit.
Well, then I must...
Really?
Are you now recanting your statement that these toys aren't dangerous?
People are saying they're just like normal toys, and that simply isn't true. Corrupt media lies.
And Katie, how do you respond to Alan's claims that Mr. Snugglehugs might be dangerous after all?
I suppose I guess I'm agreeing with him.
Thank you, Katie. I appreciate your support. A lot of folks are saying this Mrs. Snugglehug situation will all blow over, but it won't.
Yes, right, exactly. We need decisive action from the government. We need huge financial support to protect our workers and our businesses. We need to support the vulnerable, and we need
to repent. Exactly right, Katie. We brought it on ourselves with all our liberal indulgences like art, cake, and healthcare. We need to act now and begin sacrificing our firstborns, or to put
What?
Absolutely, Alan. If we can all successfully come together,
Sacrificing our firstborns. Got it.
the ritual, hopefully we will.
Sorry, Sam. Not Sam.
Katie, could it be any worse?
Can't remember her first kid's name. Sophia? Something like that.
So the system can actually bear
Alex is the boy.
Lucky that the Llama Lords have unleashed a horde of man-made monsters on its own people to conceal the enemy within.
Will you just stop for 5 fucking seconds?
The Global Alliance of Fish People.
Too early, but that's okay.
Amassing an army to kidnap.
Go over it. Shit. Accidentally turned it off by accident.
I don't sound like that.
Yes, you do.
You do, Alan. You do sound like that.
And that's why no one wants to be your friend.
I've got loads of friends.
No, you haven't.
I don't think you do, Alan.
Yes, stop lying, Alan.
Not lying. You are.
Oh, good one.
Well, I'm telling.
Alan James.
Alan, you know what they say about
Wait, what?
Joining
I'm
me.
getting my needle.
Food for thought there from two of the territory's leading minds. Any moment now, I'll be heading over to Jeremy, who is going to be bringing us an up-to-the-minute report of the status of the nation. Over to you, Jeremy.
Thank you for what I'm sure was a reasonable debate, which really contributed to the national conversation.
He's about to dig into his lunch, and he's like,
Someone
shit.
who's always doing exactly that. It's Patrick Brennan. Are you there, Patrick?
Hello, Jeremy. Yes, hello, I'm here live. Apologies for the quality of the broadcast today. Couldn't find any cameramen or women brave enough to come and join me, so I'm out here on my own.
Right, and can you tell us what it's like out there?
Yep, I can. It's as you can see behind me, the streets are currently completely deserted. So my question, Jeremy, is just how long? I mean, could there be danger lurking just around the corner, waiting to end the fledgling career of this young and promising journalist before his
Okay, you're doing good.
Will he die, underappreciated by management, and frankly, if you ask me, very, very much underpaid?
I don't think there's any danger of that, Patrick. What's that on your jacket there?
Well, that's actually a sponge. What I've done here is made a snuggle-proof jacket, Jeremy. The network didn't bother sending me any PPE, so I've been forced to improvise. In fact, showing this sort of resourcefulness would make me an ideal candidate for...
So you made a snuggle-proof jacket with a sponge? How's that snuggle-proof?
From your point of view, Patrick, just how safe are our streets?
Not safe at all, Jeremy, not safe at all. I'd recommend people staying inside, following government advice and not putting themselves at any risk at all. Unless, of course, like me, it's for groundbreaking journalism reasons.
Mm-hmm. And just where are you, Patrick?
I'm in the street, on the street.
Which street?
I think I'm struggling to hear you, actually, Jeremy, there.
Which street? Which street are you on?
Oh, which street am I on?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I'm just looking at... there it is. I'm on...
He's lying.
Bannon Avenue?
Yep.
Bannon Avenue.
Yeah, no, I can hear you fine. Yep, I'm on Bannon Avenue on the side, it says there.
Like Patrick Bannon?
Oh, yeah, that is like, that's strange, that's a weird sign.
Yeah, it's a green screen.
Where are you really?
I'm on Bannon Avenue. Alright, fine, I'm not on Bannon Avenue, I'm at home, to be honest. Alright, fine, well, I'm in my bathroom, technically, but, you know, I couldn't face it, to be honest. You know, it's terrible out there, I don't want to go outside, they're everywhere. I'm sorry for lying.
We don't expect any less of you, Patrick.
You hear that sound?
Uh-oh.
I can, yes. I'm no expert, Patrick, but it sounds unmistakably like a tiny fist tapping on your door there.
Oh, no.
Oh, fuck, Jeremy, shit, no! Oh, bollocks, Jeremy.
There's a small queue of tiny fists, each wielding a different gendered household implement, ready to bash in the heads of blind little roving reporters.
But you're lying, aren't you? Oh, shit, okay, fucking, listen to me, you bastards! If you're out there, just... Piss off, you little fucking snuggle fuck! I'm too talented to die! Oh, too talented, what the... No! Okay, it's fine.
Why is he in his...
Don't worry, Patrick. I'd say you've got a few seconds before they break their way in there and finish you off.
It's early.
What do you see, Patrick? What do you see, Patrick?
Oh, Jesus.
Thank you, Patrick, for that report.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Just where you belong. It's time for another break, but when we come back, we'll be hoping to take your mind off the world for a little while, and who knows, maybe even bring you a few smiles. Join us after this. Join us. You're damn right. Yeah, I had them delivered. Yes, to Bannon Avenue.
Oh, no. That's not good. Oh, I'm sorry, do what? I gotta do what? Oh, no.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to.
Ah!
I don't have to. No, you're being a child. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not, I'm not, I'm not, I'm not. No, no. Oh, 5, 4, 3. Welcome back to the National Nightly. Well, welcome back anyway. We know isolation isn't easy, so finally tonight we have something a bit different for you. Even though some people thought it's not our job to entertain the public with absolute nonsense, other, more important people overruled those people. So it's time to find out who will National Nightly win. And who will National Nightly lose. So, how do we play? Well, joining me as a man who knows all about playing, it's Tommy Harris. Hello, Tommy.
All right, Johnny.
Don't like that.
Good to see ya.
And how are you finding the lockdown, Tommy?
What do you mean lockdown?
The enforced isolation of everyone in the country.
Ah, yeah, I think I heard about that. Yeah.
You're in bed, Tommy?
Yeah, you called during that time, so...
Of course, that's my fault. So, why don't you tell us how the game is played?
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty simple, Jeremy, you sausage. I'm going to ask contestants from around the territory 3 questions about what else, yours truly. And those people are going to get a chance to win a very special prize.
And what are they playing for, Tommy?
Drum roll, please. Jeremy.
Jesus!
Thank you. This.
She's turned off the trip switch, Alex.
Fantastic prize.
Have we got anybody waiting to win this once-in-a-lifetime prize, Jimmy?
I believe we have Angie on the line. How do you feel about winning this man's old pants, Angie?
I've never been so excited, Jeremy. And can I just say...
No.
I love you. Both of you.
Well, you've said it now, haven't you?
Angie, I love you. In a way. Tell us about yourself, Angie.
What can I say? My name is Angie. Always has been. I'm a human woman. And my dental hygiene has been described as acceptable.
Brilliant! Right, well, shall we get this shambles on the way?
Absolutely, John. Can I get 30 seconds on the clock, please?
We haven't got a clock.
Yeah, I did ask for a clock. So,
Well, why don't you start, and I'll stop you when it inevitably becomes unbearable to watch.
I love it. All right, here we go. Time starts now. Question 1. When is my birthday?
The 13th of August at 7:19 a.m.
That is absolutely correct. Question 2. What? I said, what is my favourite colour?
Crushed praline 4.
Correct, the colour of my nipples. And finally, Angie dear, what is my star sign?
That's a trick question. You were born outside of the human understanding of the cosmos.
Unbelievable, that is correct. Stop the clock.
Wow, that really was tough to watch. How did you do, Tommy?
Well, Angie, my love, you got every single question right. Which of course means you lose and win absolutely nothing. Thanks for playing, Angie. Bye. Do we have another contestant on the line at Jelly B?
We do indeed. We should have Sonia Artleach. Are you there, Sonia?
Of course I am, Jamie, darling.
Thank you for being here, Sonia.
Oh, there you are.
Oh.
Bobby.
Wrong one.
Let me guess, you work in theatre, don't you?
Is it that obvious? What gave it away? Was it the glamour or...
How's everyone doing? What's everyone up to tonight?
Your inherent sense of humility.
Die.
Tell us about yourself, Sonia.
Oh, well, if you must play this game, I am a theatrical agent. I represent the likes of Rudy Beefman, Samuel Coffeecup, and Jodie Carpetburn, amongst others.
And how's the lockdown affected you, Sonia?
Well, they may have closed the theatres, shut the studios, and boarded the cinemas, but they won't get me that easily.
How are you managing without any work?
Due to a savvy clause in all of my artists' contracts, I am able to claim my 15% from their unemployment benefit.
Oh.
Wow, that certainly is sharp.
Standard stuff, standard stuff.
And can I ask, where are you speaking to us from?
Well, I work from home, you know, to keep costs down.
And who's this?
Oh, well, you know, when they gave the order, I was actually mid-meeting with a client, so we've been isolated together.
No fucking way!
What the fucking fuck?
Is that Tommy Harris? I'm a huge fan. Can I just tell you how bloody brilliant you are?
Actually, Jeff, we're about to play a game, aren't we, Tommy?
We've got time,
But if it's not too bold, I think I am in love with you, Mr. Harris.
No, it's not too bold. That's all right, don't worry.
Hey, I'd love to show you some of my stuff. I've been working on some new shit.
Well, at least you're already aware.
During lockdown, we've been workshopping some of Jeff's ideas for much younger children, haven't we?
People still let you meet their children, do they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I've been developing some shows for younger children.
See how this goes. This is a long one. This is a long broadcast.
Absolutely dying to.
Right, so, what do kids love?
Timely child support payments from their absent fathers.
Shallow and overproduced musical numbers?
That's right. Animals! So, I'm trying to address the things that kids need to know, but through a medium that they'll understand. Do you understand?
I think so, yes.
Jeff's one of my best clients, aren't you?
I am, yeah. So, the first one we've been working on is called The King of the Jungle's Mortgage Repayments. It's about a lion who's having problems with his interest rates.
I see. Does he have a broker?
He does, yes. He's a porcupine. How did you know that?
Well, your work is universal, darling. It speaks to people.
I'm going to say something to you, mate. I think you're onto something here.
The bear,
Yes, right.
Jesus Christ, man.
So, this one tells the tale of Mr. Bear. Now, Mr. Bear is a very sad bear, because all of the other bears don't think that he'll amount to much, and they tell him that his plays are lazy and derivative.
I think you're onto something there.
Now, Mr. Bear is a tragic figure. Picture this. He's at his lowest ebb. The trees are closing in. He can't even face his salmon, can he? But then he meets someone that will change his life forever.
This is fucking gripping.
That's it.
Ma.
He meets a wise, old octopus who takes him under his wing and says, "No, Mr. Bear, don't be sad. You're not like all the other bears. You have
Get out of here.
ambition and these dreams."
I am ready for it to go back to the simulation. Fuck.
And what you need.
Asshole.
Says the octopus.
I didn't see that shadow pop up.
Gesture or something.
What
Out.
you need to do to find happiness in this crazy old forest is you need to set yourself more realistic goals.
This guy looks high as shit.
It's called Mr. Bear Lowers His Expectations.
Wow. You really have taken yourself to new depths. And what do you want children to take away from this?
Oh, fuck shit.
Huh?
I said a more realistic worldview.
Are you alright, Jamboree?
It's Jeffrey. My name is Jeffrey Donington.
No, stop. How does it end? I need to know how it ends.
Well, all the animals learn a thing or two about inevitable mediocrity.
Yeah, Mr. Bear lowers his expectations.
Stops trying to make his band happen, and he goes into bear telemarketing.
Becomes a bear maths teacher.
Oh, and we end. We end on a big musical number.
Of course you do, Mr. Algebra, who had that rousing musical number in our studio.
Not too challenging.
No.
If you like, I could go and get my boombox.
Yeah, I might be able to. Hang on. Can we get Angie back?
Why not? The more the merrier, as they say in orgies.
Right, I'll just fill then, shall I? Coming up in a moment, it's the world premiere that nobody saw coming.
Lights!
Or wanted. At all.
What the fuck was that?
Endure.
What was that?
There's all sorts of creatures down on Dangly Doodle's farm. Like wise old Mr.
Yeah, I'm with the guy up there. I'm with you.
Many are. There's Mr. Pig and Mr. Cow. They're always in good mood. But that's cause they don't know they'll soon be sliced up into food. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to turning to despair. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your dreams go to die. Mr. Raccoon wants to go to the moon. He'll end up as a bus driver soon. Mr. Porcupine thinks he'll read the news at 9. He'll end up as a janitor who stinks of turpentine. Mr. Tiny Mouse thought he'd own a massive house. Ended up in a bedsit where he can't control the louse. Mr. Horse thought he'd go into professional sports. Now he's an alcoholic and he's on his 3rd divorce. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the place your life becomes an endless questionnaire. Mr. Bear,
What the fuck is this?
that's where your hopes go to die. Lower your expectations. Maybe you could get a job.
Oh my god.
No matter how you try, you'll never reach the League of Nations. The best you'll get is middle rank in trading operations. So lower your expectations. You'll never win an Oscar, so there's no congratulations. The future that is coming will not meet.
Oh god.
And no amount of visualization
I don't know how to get the times meter up.
from your own deterioration. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's a tramp who thought he'd be a
I'm trying to see if there's a certain way to do it.
Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where self-esteem goes to die. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the disappointment that is waiting everywhere.
I did that one really well.
Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your schemes go to die. That's where your dreams go to die. That's where dreams go to die.
Well, I'm sure we'll all still be singing
Die.
tomorrow morning. That's it from us for tonight.
What the
thanks to
fuck
all our
was
guests.
that?
I look forward to seeing them all again. Eventually. But before we go, Alex, I wondered if I might have a word. You see, I've had my eye on you, friend, and I've got to say I'm not liking what I'm seeing. You keep letting me down, chum. Playing it safe. Making the dull, boring choices, failing to assert yourself. No one likes a pushover, Alex. You know that. And frankly, chum, you're acting like a bit of a wimp.
Alex, will you give away your passport so my super rich sibling can abandon us all? Sure. Here it is.
Pathetic. Can I have the money we need for food so I can go around the continent on a jolly?
Sure, Susie.
We can always eat your grandma when we run out of food.
What the fuck?
Wouldn't it have felt better to take charge? Aren't you tempted to just lay down the law? You know what's hot, Alex? Other than me, obviously. Confidence. Power. Control. We're all drawn to it, like rats to the piper. Don't you care where your son goes at night? You will when you find out. Look, far be it from me to try and lead you down the dark pathway, although sort of is my whole raison d'etre. But imagine, just for a moment, that none of this was real. It was just some stupid game where you could just do it all over again if it all went wrong. Imagine if Sam and Charlie and Susie were just characters. Wow. Think of all the fun you could have. Just being bad, you know. For the hell of it. My name's Megan Wolf. Have an evil night.
What the fuck?
Jen? That's no go. Okay, can you get Bozeman on the phone? Babe, I don't care if this is a dream, a bad trip, or a shock-induced coma. I did not sign up to be dressed like a slag, doshing out wristies for a 20. Right, I'm a professional news anchor, not a fucking bogan.
bad enough that he makes me do that unconvincing accent the whole time. I mean, look at this. My skirt's so short you can see my jute.
Wake up, Alex! Wake up, Alex! Alex! Wake!
Oh my god. What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. We are gonna stop here though. Oh, whoa. Interesting. A rhythmic beeping on the heart monitor brings you slowly back to consciousness. Opening your eyes, you're greeted by semicircle concerned faces. Your family by your side, reassuring familiar sight in these new surroundings. You blink a few times to clear the sleep from your eyes, bring everyone into focus. You feel a hand on yours, gentle but reassuring. Sam. They're with you as always. Their expression, understandably unconcerned, is somehow more infectious than ever. We need be okay. Never doubt it for a second. If I ever see that Bozeman, you squeeze their hand back and attempt a wink. The warrior lines of Sam's forehead fade a bit. Lord knows you both got enough to be anxious about without your health being thrown into mix. With a final smile at them, you turn to the rest of your family. Because of Susie's absence, you notice. Just as you feel Susie's absence, you notice Charlie's fidgeting, clearly trying to not look worried. As soon as you turn to look at him, you see Charlie tense up, his concern clear on his face. So you're definitely good, right? He finally asked, quickly looking away. Of course I am, buddy. There's nothing to worry about. Charlie looks up at you and grins, one of the most infectious smiles that spreads around the room. It's always good to have him in your corner. Your smile fades as you notice your mother staring listlessly out the window. Despite all of her best efforts, she's not been doing well lately. Are you okay, Mom? Your mother starts your call, clearly shocking her out of her reverie. She turns to you and smiles, and you're grateful to see the increasingly rare recognition in her eyes. Yes, dear, of course. How are you feeling? You smile warmly and nod, but before you can respond, a doctor bustles in and ushers everyone. She asks you for what it feels like to be the 100th time. How are you feeling? Surprisingly well, all things considered. Excellent. There are no signs of any real damage, just a bit of shock to the system. Pardon the pun, she smiles. Not that we'd recommend you do anything like that again, of course. But after a couple of days of rest at home, you should feel ready to spring. So we got shocked that night. That's what happened. So that second day, that long fucking day, didn't happen. Oh, and the private room and care, the doctor gestures to your room, which you now notice looks rather expensive, has been paid for by Mr. Bozeman. He left those flowers and said not to worry and take the rest of the week off. He'll see you Monday, apparently. So I don't see you. Interesting. A burden to bear. We're gonna okay, hold on. Alright. We'll finish this part out real quick. You come home from a particularly late shift to find the kitchen light is still on, which isn't normally a good sign. Everyone's usually in bed by now. Softly open the kitchen door, you find Sam sat at the table. Bills and papers swoon in front of them as what looks like to be their second pack of biscuits. They give you a quick kiss as you take a seat next to them. Sam frowns and goes back to the bill they're holding. Hey, sweetheart, just looking at the numbers again. They look to the door to the pantry, now converted into your mother's bedroom. We've been doing our best, but I think Cassandra really needs a nurse to look after her now. Suddenly the bills are all you can see. I've been staring at the numbers all night, tears in her eyes. Sam takes your hand. There's no way we can afford it. I'm so sorry. The kitchen table swims before you. Sam stands up and pulls you into a firm embrace, but all you can do is think of your mom and how you can't afford to help her. What would your dad be thinking? Is this the utopia advance promise? You stare at the door to your mother's makeshift room. Tomorrow you'll need to tell the kids, and then book an appointment at the transition center. What else could you do? Fuck. And let her home. Sam's out with work tonight, and Charlie's staying at a friend's. The house is yours. You order a takeaway, have a couple of drinks, and decide to relax in front of the TV. Not a great selection tonight, but surely something to watch. You feel like a laugh comedy it is. Sam's not here, but you can still watch a horror without them. Nope. You just want to switch off. Action thriller is one is the one. Sam isn't a fan of historical drama. I love comedies. The humor is a bit hit and miss, but the jokes about the killing, has you bent over double laughter. Wiping a tear from your eye, you spy something reflecting the lights off the TV under the coffee table. Curious, you reach down and bring it out for the light. As you pick it up, you remember the note Sam left you. Hey, sweetheart, Charlie lost Susie's present. Would you mind looking for it tonight? As you hold it closer, you're surprised to find the gift actually a engraved lighter for Chippy. She claims the nickname of affectionate, but Charlie still scolds every time she says it. You're not sure Sam would approve. The accompanying note from Susie's explains Urkistan has a long tradition of glorifying the art of starting fires throughout you'd like. Don't do anything stupid, Suze. Hopefully it's just a souvenir, not a new pastime he's picked up or about to pick up. It's nice she thought of him. These days go by fast. Alright, we're going to stop here now that we get to the next broadcast. It's been a long stream. It went by faster than I thought it would. It was interesting. Hit and miss for sure. I'm going to stop here though. Silence. Nope. We're going to stop here. Hopefully it auto-saved because I'm not doing that shit again. That was 2.5 hours. Almost 3.
I'm Megan Wolf. And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headlines tonight.
That was tough, but it was fun. So, I appreciate whoever stopped by. As little as long as we did. Maybe we'll continue to play this when we come back. Because it did get more enjoyable as we figured out what to do. It was a little unforgiving at times, but I liked it. I don't even know how I would do in the challenge room. I feel like if I did better, I would make more money. I don't know. But I am going to call it here. I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. I'm going to look to see if there's anyone in the raid out, but it's kind of late, so I don't know if there will be. Let me see who's on. Yeah, no, I don't got anyone to raid out to tonight. So, we're just going to call it here. I appreciate everyone that stopped by for as long as you did. I will be back on Saturday for when we're going into Evil Within 2. So thank you very much, and I'll see you guys on Saturday at about 8 o'clock, hopefully. Thank you guys. I'll see you next time.
We're still vassals, slaves, we're just in prettier cages.